Welcome everyone to the Red Zone. Yes, it is Liverpool 3, Manchester United 0. Absolute shambles. I am trying to stay calm, composed, and ready to speak to you properly about this game. Liverpool 3 from 3, Manchester United 1 from 3 with 2 losses. Absolute shambles. Shambles. Absolute shambles. As you can tell by the title of the stream, Casemiro, absolutely horrific. How can someone on £350,000 a week, 30 years old, won multiple Champions League, play that bad for Manchester United? How is it physically possible for someone to play that bad? Manchester United were horrific today in many different aspects. Okay, in terms of how we played in the first half, I think we played okay without one or two individuals. Rashford, horrific. Absolute. Casemiro, don't even go there. Xerxes looked well off it. This is down to the manager. This is down to the board not seeing the issues that all of us fans seen last season and the season before. Why is it now still not being addressed, and why wasn't it addressed quicker? We all knew the fixtures came out months and months and months before, so why have we not fucking fixed these issues? It's a shambles, it's a disgrace, and Manchester United need to look at themselves, sack Ten Hag, get him gone. Get him gone. Absolute shambles. Let's just start off. So, the lineups for the, as you can see, that's how we started out. I got to say, Xerxes didn't look great. We'll start from the top up. Didn't look great. Personally, I think it was very poor. A lot of issues within that centre forward position. Okay, it's his first game, but looked very slow. Looked well off the pace. To me, he looks quite slow as well. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know, but it looked like he had no bite. He couldn't get hold of the ball. He got bullied by Van Dijk. Absolutely bullied by him all game. And I think that was a lesson. Welcome to the Premier League, because you ain't ready, my son. You ain't ready. I can see why Ten Hag hasn't been playing him. And when he said that Xerxes not ready, I'm like, well, how can he not be ready? He's had a brilliant pre-season all the way through. He's been fit all the way through. Why is he not playing? Then today, now I think you've seen it. He had two absolute sitters in front of the goal, and they were both straight at the keeper. Look, I'm a bit worried in terms of that, because I don't know when Rasmus is going to be back, and I don't think he's going to be back anytime soon. Rashford starting. What has this guy got to do to be put on that bench? Because at the moment, I do not understand why he's playing. I don't know what games you guys are seeing, but the one I'm watching right now, he is absolutely horrific. And I mean horrific. Ahmad comes on, and within 15 minutes, he has more touches of the ball, more progressive with the ball, more dangerous with the ball than Rashford's been all game. Garnacho's been the better of the wingers, and Rashford still stays on. I don't understand it personally. The boos rung around the stadium. That was the loudest part of the game, is when the boos run around, singing around the stadium for Garnacho when he came off. Not because he played bad, but because he was being taken off instead of someone else called Rashford. Yet again, let me guess, he's going to be putting on Twitter, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it wasn't me, it was my dog's best friend who needed food. No. You're a football player. Start playing football or start sitting on the side of the bench, okay? Because at the moment, I would put Anthony ahead of you, which is saying something, because he is trash, okay? Absolute shocking. There must be something in this guy's contract to state why he is not allowed to be benched. It's got to be. There's got to be something in the contract saying he has to start. He has to start. Because it can't be off his performance. It's got to be off contract. And it needs to be looked into and needs to be sorted, because it's an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace that he started today. and he wasn't taken off at all. The only thing I can remember, he's put 2 good crosses in the box and switched the play to Ahmad once. 3 good things that I can remember. The pace is an issue. How can someone at 26 years old have no pace? Nothing. Just gone. Poof. Click of the fingers, it's disappeared. How? How is that possible? I've never known someone to be one of the fastest wingers in the Premier League to now not being able to run. It doesn't make sense to me, and that needs to be looked into. Absolute disgrace. I want to touch up on maybe 1, maybe 2 little positives. Again, Kobbie Mainoo absolutely got destroyed in that midfield because what can he do? What can that kid do? He's running the midfield next to an old man who can't run, who can't pass, who can't talk, who can't move, who can't tackle. Why is that guy on the pitch? And we'll get to that in just a second. But I just want to touch up Mainoo. I think he did his best. He got bullied in that midfield, but I don't think he could have done anything else. Absolute shambles. De Ligt was a delight to see in the first half. I think he done really well. I think the tiredness kicked in the second half. I don't think he's as fit as people want him to be, including myself. But I don't think Harry Maguire came on and done all right, personally. Martinez wasn't his best game, but he done all right. Dalot, again, with Rashford playing on that side, you're marking 2 people constantly, and you can't do that, especially when you've got Trent and you've got Salah. It's impossible to do. But yeah, Mazraoui, I think, played well. Good all round. Nothing bad really. Good all round. Bruno Fernandes. I do want to touch upon Bruno Fernandes in terms of, I do think he needs to simplify his game. He's trying to do outside of the foot worldies over to Rashford, who can't run no more, instead of just playing a simple ball into Garnacho or Mainoo a couple of times. I do think that's an issue that Bruno needs to stop doing in his game. And I think he needs to start just playing the simple game. Play it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's it. That's it. Keep it simple sometimes. Don't get me wrong, there will be a time where you need to do that worldie of a pass. But today, I think you've done it a couple of times when you didn't need to, personally. Now, I want to talk about Casemiro. Last season, we got found out multiple times in the midfield due to Casemiro not having the legs, not missing tackles, always a yellow card waiting to happen. Today, he's just proven why we don't need him at the club. He needs to be gone. He's a fraud. 350k a week to be standing on the pitch, letting a kid next to him do all the work for him. Absolute fraud. And should be sacked on the spot after today's game. Sacked on the spot. There's no terms about it. Should be sacked on the spot. Why wasn't this deal for Ugarte done sooner, is my question. Knowing what happened last season, knowing what's happened all the way through pre-season when Kobbie Mainoo was struggling next to Casemiro, when Casemiro couldn't run in pre-season, last season couldn't run. Why was he still allowed to be playing at this club at the beginning of the season after the transfer window is gone? Casemiro has personally been at fault for 3 goals against Manchester United. Brighton at the back post, running away from his marker, not tracking back and following him. Why was he running out? Why was he doing that? No idea. Shocking. You don't leave your marker at a corner. But anyway, that's number 1. Today then, he gets the ball in the midfield. All the time in the world. Nothing to worry about. He's probably got enough time to sit, do his laces, then pass the ball. That's how much time he's got in the midfield. But no. He picks the ball up, plays a pass to someone. I don't even know who it was meant to be to, because there was nowhere where he was passing towards. If he was trying to hit at Rashford, why didn't he play the long ball over the top, which he normally does 95% of the time, but instead passes the ball to the 3 white shirts in front of him, and then wonders why then looks around and looks for the person to blame for it. I think Casemiro still thinks he's playing for the white Real Madrid shirt, but he's just playing for their fucking under 12s. Because at the moment, he cannot play for Manchester United like this. He then proceeds, after losing the ball, to tread water for 3 days to turn around. Then another 3 days to walk back because he's not running. While you've got Kobe Mainoo running past him. You've got all these white shirts running past him for Liverpool. And it's a simple goal for him. He must know he's not ready or fit enough to play that game. Hold your hands up, say you're not fit enough, and get gone. Because you're not good enough for this club. And then after that, he does a second thing. Does what he normally do, but at this time, against a dangerous Liverpool team, picks up the ball and starts walking with it. Gets caught out with the ball, yet again, turnover and play. Of course, we're trying to counter-attack, we're trying to attack. So most of our players are pushing up the field because, yet again, that's what we're trying to do. We're meant to score a goal. That's what football's about, see Casemiro. But then expects then, after he loses the ball, to then jog back. Like it's a little Sunday jog in park. Absolute disgrace. And I'm telling you what now, if he starts next week, I will be fuming. Him, Rashford start, I will be fuming. This cannot happen. This killed the momentum of the team because I think we were actually quite in it up until the first goal. To be honest with you, I really do. I really do think we were in it. I think we were quite even, back and forth, and we got destroyed by 2 Casemiro mistakes yet again. Absolute shambles. He came off then, and then we put in all our pressure then onto an 18-year-old kid or 17-year-old kid from Collier who came on. I think he done a job, really. I'm not going to put no blame on him at all whatsoever. An 18, 17-year-old shouldn't be coming on for a multiple Champions League winning centre defensive midfielder at the age of 30 plus because the guy is incompetent at his job. He's a fraud and he needs to leave immediately. In terms of the rest of the second half, I think our heads dropped. Yet again, mentality was weak. I think the substitutions that happened were mind-boggling. I don't understand it. I just don't get why he's picking them certain players. I don't get why he's doing certain things. It doesn't make sense to me. Rashford does not... He needs to be benched. Let's be honest now. He looks slow. He looks out of form. He's got no legs in him. It's a shambles. He needs to go. Personally, he needs to go and sit on the bench. He needs to chill out. And I think it should be Garnacho and Ahmad. Ahmad, when he came on, was an absolute bright spark. And I think I think if the manager can't see that, then I think he needs to go. Which brings me on to my next point. He needs to go. Immediately. I want by tomorrow at 10 a.m. to have a post from Fabrizio saying Manchester United have parted ways with Erik Ten Hag. And if that does not happen, there is going to be riot. There's no way you can sit there and say that this manager has not had everything. He's got everything he needs and he's persistently picking the wrong players. He's persistently doing it all incorrectly. And he knows he's digging himself his own grave. He's sacking himself. It's a shambles. He should never, ever, ever be allowed to manage Manchester United like this. Ruud van Nistelrooy must be sitting in his chair like this. Next week, I'm picking my side, boys. I hope you're ready. Because if he's sitting there waiting for Ten Hag to be sacked, then he's getting his wish very soon. And I hope that comes through. Because at the moment, it can't get much worse than Ten Hag. It can't do. And then if Ruud comes in and he's persistently picking the wrong players, like Rashford, I want to know what that kid has in his contract. Because there's no way on planet Earth he is allowed to persistently play that bad. And that needs to be looked into. So I have tried to keep it calm. I've tried to talk as best I can. But there, is a shambles. Casemiro, Rashford. I'm not going to go too much into Xerxes, but he was very poor today, very off it. Bruno as the captain was not great either. Martinez, not great. It's not his best game. De Ligt was good, but then got tired. Onana for the third goal, I think he could have closed the angle a bit. Maybe go to his front post a little bit more. But personally, there we go. That's my thoughts. Absolute shambles. And I said in my preview, this could go one or two ways. We're either going to draw the game or we're going to get battered. And there we go. There's the battering that we were expecting. I was expecting, and I got told for being off for being negative. That you're too negative. We've got a chance against Liverpool. No, we haven't. Liverpool are a different breed this season. They are up there. They're going to compete with the league, and 100%, I think they got more chance of winning the league than Arsenal. Maybe not Man City, but they got more chance of winning the league than Arsenal. And that's my personal opinion from their experience of winning leagues before. But there we go. That's my match review. And yeah. Ten Hag sacked in the morning. Fingers crossed.